Okay. Today we are continuing with our lecture on consumer behavior, and I understand that last week we were looking at issues to do with the Maslow's hierarchy of needs and how you can use the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Are you hearing me? Are you okay? Are you also seeing the slide which I'm sharing? Oh, all right. We talked about the Maslow hierarchy of needs and try to conceptualize it to our own to marketing so that we are in a position to understand how consumer behavior can be influenced using the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So today we are going to deal with another very important and interesting concept regarding consumer behavior, which is consumer beliefs, feelings, attitudes, and intentions. We are going to look into these issues and see how they influence consumer behavior. Because we remember, we started from demographics. We went on to talk about the psychoanalytic theories. Now we are now going to focus on the consumer beliefs, feelings, attitudes, intentions, and see how they influence consumer behavior. Kundai, remind me at the end of this lecture to I'm supposed to give you the second assignment, but I want to give you the assignment here. Then I will post it on module later, most probably in the evening. But I want to give you the assignment here so that I explain some issues which are very, very, very. Okay. Our introduction here is just a snapshot, most probably a little bit a definition of the key issues, attitudes, beliefs, intentions. What really do you understand by the concept attitudes? When I talk about attitudes, the definitions which I have here, they are beliefs. The attitudes are evaluative judgments to, like, when you say you like a product being good, a product being desirable, that's your attitude towards a product. And we are saying these attitudes influence consumer behavior. They influence when or how you are going to make a purchase. Then we have got beliefs. I did not define beliefs here directly, but I just gave an example. Like, you may say after finishing this lecture, you believe that this lecture is informative. So those are beliefs. And from a marketing perspective, beliefs may come from information which you have searched. Beliefs may come from consumption, or a belief may come when you purchase a product. You may have beliefs, and we are saying these beliefs also, they influence consumer behavior. Then we have intentions. Intentions, we are saying as marketers, we are supposed to be in a position to predict intentions, future intentions of what our consumers will or may do. And those are called consumer intentions. Then we have got feelings. Feelings is about the mood which you are like now. It's about the reaction. Most probably you get into a shop, you have got the feelings, or we have got a reaction. And we are saying all these issues, apart from the issues, the demographics, apart from those psychological, apart from the sociological aspects which we talked about, the ID, the ego, and all those issues which we discussed. The attitudes, the beliefs, and the intentions, they are also very important in understanding consumer behavior. So before we get in deep into the we are going to start with consumer beliefs. Do you have any questions, issues before we start to discuss these things in a deeper? Do you have any questions, issues, additions, subtractions? Hello, guys. Any issues? So we are going to start with consumer beliefs. We are going to start with beliefs are the knowledge or the inference that a consumer knows about a product and possible benefits derived from using the product or the brand. This is the knowledge. This is most of the information which the consumer do have. And we are saying beliefs emerge from the cognitive learning. Whenever our consumers use a product, or whenever our consumers know about the product, they learn within their brain, they learn about the product and they build up beliefs about a product. And we are saying marketers are aware that consumers' ability to spend is a function of their income and financial assets. For our consumers to go and purchase a product, consume a product, it is because of their income and their financial. A consumer without income or a consumer without the financial muscle to purchase is not really important to us, because what we want is now for the consumer to go and make the purchase. So marketers, we are very, very, very much worried about the purchase. Let's proceed to the next slide. However, their willing to spend is determined by their beliefs or their financial future. Consumers are more likely to make a purchase if they are optimistic about the future financial prospects. Willingness to spend is determined by their beliefs. If our consumers are really aware that whenever they purchase a product, or if they believe that they may earn some money in future, that can determine their behavior towards a purchase. And we are saying consumer purchasing decision is based on whether they think they will be better off financially in 1 year into the future. So we are saying our beliefs or consumers' beliefs, they are basically determined by our financial position in the future. Our financial position is very, very important. It actually determines our belief towards purchasing a product. It actually shapes our beliefs about purchasing. They actually shape our behavior. Whether they see prospects of financial improvements in the future. If you have got prospects that you may receive some money in future, that will shape your beliefs and that will shape your behavior. Consumers believe their chosen products are objectively better rather than better matches with their preference. We are saying when consumers believe that they will most probably get money in the future, they are in a position to objectively make a decision. They are in a position to objectively make some preferences. Their financial positions makes our consumers, they are willing to pay more for a chosen product over the alternative. If you know that you are in a position to most probably get some money, get some financial income in future, this will shape the belief And this will, at the end, determine whether a consumer will choose our product vis-a-vis the product of the competitor. Self-reference less when explaining their choices. Our beliefs make what we call the self-reference, and it actually helps our consumers so that they are in a position to make their choices. Consumers are in a position they are more likely to make transitive inference from choices across other consumers. We are saying consumer beliefs assist them to make their future inference so that they purchase certain products. We also have what are called beliefs about brand distinctiveness. Consumers may have, remember I said that consumers, the brands are not the same. And consumers do have distinctions regarding our brands. Consumers have distinctions. So we in this slide, we want to talk about what we call how beliefs about brand distinctiveness affect consumer behavior. Consumer beliefs creates what we call unique selling proposition. Consumer beliefs creates what is called unique selling proposition. A unique or a USP, unique selling proposition. This is a desirability of products having something unique to offer to its consumers. We do have certain products whom our consumers, they think that they offer something unique. So it's a belief. So we are saying our brands are separated from other brands by beliefs. Some brands are believed to be unique. I will give you a brand. We have got retail shops in Zimbabwe. We have got OK. We have got Spa. We have got TM. We have got those different brands as brands, as shops, not as the physical products, which you know. There is something unique which entices consumers to go and purchase in a certain shop. These shops, they sell same products. These shops, they sell certain products. But we do have consumers who most probably go to Spa, who probably go to OK, who most probably go to TM. Because of the unique, they have got a belief that a certain shop or a certain product is associated with a certain unique, so that is what we call unique selling proposition. The unique selling proposition is the one which now, whenever a consumer, you go to a certain shop, some consumers may actually say, I want to go into a shop to buy even bread. Some consumers, they are associated with certain brands. Is it washing powder? They are associated with certain brands. They think there is something unique with a certain brand. You want to go and buy a juice. Some people want to go and purchase a certain product because the brand do have what we call a unique selling proposition. And we are saying now, as marketers, we always want to have a unique selling proposition which is better than our competitors. And we are saying this USP can be a better experience about our brand, can be superior customer service. Beliefs about a brand can be due to offering something intangible, as offering the right social image about a brand. Unique selling proposition represent why consumers will want to purchase your product rather than competitors' products. Why is it our consumers are going out for our product than other products. Because you remember, whenever a consumer gets into a shop, the consumer is faced with different brands, different packaging, different colors, different whatever. What is it? What makes our consumers prefer our product? To make our brand distinct from others. So we are saying, this issue of unique selling proposition, they create certain beliefs which are associated with our product. I was saying brands are considered undifferentiated from other competitors, face challenges in attracting and retaining our consumers. That is the reason why whenever you have a product which you are dealing with, your product needs to be unique. Your packaging needs to be unique. Your adverts need to be unique. You need to create a unique, so that you are in a position to shape the beliefs. And we are saying, when you have a unique selling proposition, you are better to influence consumer behavior. Whenever a consumer gets into a shop, he or she will definitely go and purchase your product. When you are a marketer, you get into a shop and you realize that consumers are leaving your products most probably in the trolleys. Consumers may take your product from the shelf and they leave your product in the trolleys and most probably choose other products. You need to ask yourself, what really is the problem with my product? What makes a consumer choose? Because that is the behavior which we are talking about. What really makes, what are the attributes which our consumer is looking for, which our products do not have? If it is the packaging, if it is the taste, it means you need to go back to the drawing board and improve on those issues so that you have a unique selling proposition. Without distinctiveness, consumer loyalty becomes unlikely. We need to create, our brands need to create loyalty. Our consumers need to be loyal. Our consumer needs to be loyal. They need to be part of, to feel like they are part of the organization. And we are saying, if our brands are different from others, consumers are willing to pay more for what they can only be obtained by buying the brand. They are willing to spend more. Creating a brand image that is meaningfully differentiated from its is an important objective in managing consumers. Creating a brand image to position our product in the brains of our consumers so that they really understand how unique our brand is a crucial component which you need to take into. Yeah, just wait a little bit. I want to go to the slide. Beliefs, how beliefs, consumers come up with the beliefs. They can come from observations. A person will perceive attributes of a product which will then be translated into descriptive beliefs. You can observe. Consumers can observe and come up with so we're talking about issues to do with feelings in the shopping environment, how music is used to trigger certain feelings. And we are now talking about feelings as part of advertising experience. And we're talking about how adverts can affect feelings, be it adverts on the electronic billboard, adverts on TV, adverts in a shop, all those different adverts, they may affect the feelings. And some adverts may annoy us, especially those repetitive adverts. Some consumers may be irritated by, so those are the feelings which we are saying consumers need to know, need to understand how feelings affect consumer behavior. Certain segments of the population can be annoyed by sexually themed adverts. You need to take cognizance of these issues of, it may say most probably culture. Some adverts which may apply in Zimbabwe, which may apply in Malawi, which may be very good in Ireland, may provoke some people because they do have certain connotations. Some symbols which we use in our products may mean something and a certain advert can actually have certain, can be provocative. A symbol can mean different thing in certain countries. So you as marketers, you need to know this because they at the end of the day, these feelings affect consumer behavior. I was told by when I was doing my first degree by this lecturer called, he's now a Professor Tadera. He was telling me about Deribod Chimombe. If you know Chimombe, from Zimbabwe, there's this milk which is called Chimombe. Chimombe meaning, is it Chimombe meaning a cattle, cow, whatever? I don't know if that is correct. So on the packaging there is this picture of a cow. So these guys wanted to sell the product in India with the same packaging and most probably with the same advertisement. The product was provocative to the Indians because in India, a cow is sacred. You cannot put it on as a package. It's provocative. And the product failed. So you need to understand these cultural connotations. Because certain segments, your product may mean different things. Advertisements can elicit negative feelings, may cause consumers to hold less favorable product attitudes. Consumers. Then let's talk about feelings as part of a shopping experience. Retailer environments differ in the types of feelings they may elicit from the consumers during shopping experience. I talked about issues to do with music. I may also want to talk about the way in which a shop, the products are displayed. Many retail environments are rather plain and ordinary. And the shopping experience, whenever consumers get into a shop, certain feelings, some consumers can get into a shop and because of the environment, they may decide to go to the other shop. The way in which products are displayed, the way in which the shop being the till operators, the workers are dressed, creates an environment. Little effort is put to influence consumer behavior during shopping experience. Some retail environments are much worse than ordinary. Can we share our own shopping experiences which you understand? What can you say about the shopping experience in different retail shops which you have gone? Can you tell us about your shopping experience? Hello guys, I want to hear from you. What can you say about your shopping experience? You give me a shop and you tell me about the shopping experience and how that experience influences your feelings and most probably consumer behavior. Hello? Of what? Okay, you go ahead. Exactly. So you see now how the shopping experience affected your feelings and the behavior which you then did. Anyone with a practical example, because when marketers, our examples are very practical. We need to be very, very, very practical. Any shopping experience which was okay, which was better, which was bad, which you may want to share the experience with us. Exactly. So that is how feelings is part of shopping experience affect consumer behavior. So we are saying you are a manager in a certain shop, a retail shop. You need to be aware of these different things. The environment need to be very friendly. From the time a customer enters the door, the entrance, the environment need to be very unique. Environment invoke three primary types of emotional responses: pleasure, arousal, and dominance. Pleasure represents positive feeling. Arousal reflects feeling of excitement, stimulation. And dominance indicates feeling of being in control. Like what the other speaker said about someone was keeping on following you and you felt like you are not in control. You felt like you are not in control and you decided to leave out. And we are saying pleasure, arousal, and dominance, you need to take these things into consideration. And these three basic responses determine how an individual acts in an environment, staying or leaving the environment. And as marketers, we are worried about staying and purchase. The consumer need to stay and purchase. They are key to growth. Let's wait, I want to go to the exact slide. That is why we usually do what are called election predictions. In the most cases, if these election predictions, I understand you really know about election predictions, they usually come true because those are the intentions. So if you do your predictions before the elections, you may miss most probably by one, it will be more or less. So just like our consumers' intentions, if you do surveys very well, in most cases they come, they are supposed to come true. But we do have some constraints on when we want to predict these consumer intentions. I can give you an example of your New Year resolutions. Those were your intentions, but your intentions may not come true because of some changes. Intentions may change. The environment in which you are operating, they also change. So you need now as a marketer to be in a position to understand all these things. And unanticipated changes can affect intentions. Intentions can change after informational search. You need to take all this into consideration. And issues to do with impulse buying, they can affect your intentions, your purchase intentions. Besides these limitations, consumer intentions may still be a marketer's best way of predicting future behavior. Although marketers cannot control whether customers act upon their intentions, we can control some of these things, or at least be aware of these things that influence intentions. We may not have control over our customer intentions, but I'm saying as marketers, we are in a position to shape how consumers make their intentions through promotions, through our own advertisements, through most probably rebranding, through continuous interactive communication with our consumers. We need to be in a position to shape those intentions. A more realistic assessment of predictive behavior is measuring behavioral expectations. We need to measure what we call behavioral expectations, or the perceived likelihood of performing a certain behavior or a certain aspect. Focusing into the future intentions depends on how are you in a position to look into the future, or how are you in a position to predict